All right, let's cut right to the chase, getting into the offers. Now, generally, the first formal offer is going to come from the company through email or written offer or however they deliver it. And that'll detail the salary and any other items that are included in the offer. That's the first formal offer. However, during the interview process, oftentimes there's an opportunity that I like to identify as the soft opening. And this is generally when the person interviewing you will ask you, and I tend to find this will generally come from the HR representative because they will be geared towards asking these questions, where they will ask you, hey, what's your expectation of the salary? Or do you have any other offers? And this represents an opportunity for you to what we call anchor the negotiation and also drop the first anchor. They haven't given you their formal offer. Now, rest assured, they've already identified the salary range for this opening position. They did that back when they created the opening. And like I said, they're going to have a range. For our example, we're going to say that this opening position, the range that we're dealing with, is $50,000 to $55,000 for the starting salary. Okay? So they have already identified this before they ever met or talked to you. Now, in the interview, if they should happen to ask you those two magic questions, what's your expectation for the salary, or do you have any other offers? Now, I'm not advising you to lie. If you don't have any other offers, this is not about bluffing. Bluffing is for poker. I never advise my negotiation clients to bluff in real negotiations, okay? So if you have another offer, this is your opportunity to present that as well and strengthen your power and leverage in the negotiating position. If you don't, and they ask you what's your expectation for the salary, this is an opportunity for you to anchor the discussion, is what we call that term. Anchoring, it's what we call anchoring. And it's one of the more powerful things that you can do in this type of negotiation. The idea of anchoring is to shift their expectations. So you're not going to give them a figure you expect them to match. This is kind of your pie in the sky, wishful thinking, what you would definitely say yes to, even if you have a competing offer. So here's how I'm going to handle it. If I don't have an offer, and I know through my own research, and I'm going to do my research, I'm going to Google it, I'm going to talk to friends and colleagues and everyone I know in similar positions. I'm going to talk to job placement centers and try to find as much information as I can about what the expected salary should be. So if I've identified 50 to 55, this is my soft opening. It's not a formal offer. And so I'm going to present it to them, and I'm going to take probably a max of 10 to 15% above that range. So that's going to put me anywhere from 60 to 63 for my wishful thinking soft opening. So when I get that question, I want to be prepared. I'm even going to practice my delivery ahead of time. Now, words matter, okay? So the soft opening doesn't necessarily depend on your power and leverage, because again, this is wishful thinking. Unless we're talking about another offer, because obviously you want your wishful thinking to be above your current offer. All right, I'll come back to that in my example. So let's say I don't have another offer, and I know the range is 50 to 55. And they asked me the question, what's your expectation of the salary? Done my calculation, so I'm going to roughly do about 10%. And so I'm going to say it like this because the words matter. I expect the starting salary to be $61,000. That's it. Not going to add any other justification or explanation. I'm just going to give them that simple statement. It's not a question, it's a statement. I expect the starting salary to be $61,000. Okay? Now, if I have an offer, and let's say the offer that I have is $58,000. Okay, and I know the range is 50 to 55, that's going to start shifting the range in my favor. So I'm still going to give them my wishful thinking, an offer that if they were able to match, I would definitely take their offer. And I'm going to present it to them in that fashion. So remember, words matter. So here's, when they ask me, do I have an offer? Here's how I'm going to respond. I do have an offer, but I will take $61,000 from you because I want this job. Okay? I do have an offer. I'm not revealing what it is or what the offer is, but I'm saying, here's what I will take from you. Okay? Now here's other key phrases if they press you for additional information. Who's your other offer from? What is your other offer? I'd rather not disclose that information at this time. Now, what if they say to you, if you say, hey, 61,000, I expect to start, or I have another offer, but I'll take 61,000 from you. What if they say, well, that's above our range. Are you still going to consider this job? Here's how I'm going to respond to that. While price is definitely important in my consideration, it is not the only factor that I'm looking at when I'm choosing which job to accept. So I will certainly entertain any offer that you have. Okay, those are key. Those are key phrases. Okay, I'm certainly willing to entertain any offer that you have. While salary is important, it's not the only aspect that I'm looking at. Right? It's not the only factor in my decision. Okay. That is the soft opening opportunity. So next we're going to explore getting their formal offer and how and when to counter.